Punk rock has always been about rebellion, but what happens when two of its biggest icons clash? In one corner, Green Day's Billie Joe Armstrong, the pop-punk pioneer who brought punk to the masses. In the other, Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols, the original punk provocateur. Their feud is a tale of generational divides, artistic differences, and a whole lot of attitude. Let's dive into the drama and uncover what sparked this punk rock showdown. The roots of the feud. The feud between Billie Joe Armstrong and Johnny Rotten, born John Lydon, is rooted in the evolution of punk rock. The Sex Pistols, with their raw, anarchic energy, defined the punk movement of the 1970s. Fast forward to the 1990s, and Green Day brought punk to a mainstream audience with catchy hooks and polished production. For Rotten, Green Day's success represented a betrayal of punk's DIY ethos. For Armstrong, Rotten's criticism felt like gatekeeping from a bygone era. Johnny Rotten's criticism of Green Day. The feud began in the mid-1990s when Green Day skyrocketed to fame with their album Dookie. Johnny Rotten didn't hold back his disdain, calling Green Day plonk, a play on the word punk, and accusing them of commercializing the genre. In interviews, Rotten dismissed Green Day as a watered-down version of punk, claiming they lacked the authenticity and rebellion that defined the Sex Pistols. His comments didn't sit well with Billie Joe Armstrong, who saw Green Day's success as a way to keep punk alive for a new generation. Billie Joe's response defending Green Day's legacy. Billie Joe Armstrong didn't take Rotten's criticism lying down. In interviews, he fired back, calling Rotten a whiner and accusing him of being stuck in the past. Armstrong argued that punk wasn't about following a set of rules. It was about self-expression and challenging the status quo. He pointed out that Green Day's music had inspired countless kids to pick up guitars and start bands, keeping the spirit of punk alive in a new era. The clash of ideologies. At its core, the feud is a clash of ideologies. For Johnny Rotten, punk was about rebellion, anarchy, and sticking it to the establishment. He saw Green Day's mainstream success as a betrayal of those values. For Billie Joe Armstrong, punk was about inclusivity and evolution. He believed that punk could adapt and thrive in different forms, reaching new audiences without losing its edge. This fundamental disagreement fueled the tension between the two icons, public spats and memorable moments. The feud played out in the media, with both artists taking shots at each other over the years. In one memorable moment, Rotten called Green Day the Spice Girls of punk, while Armstrong quipped that Rotten was bitter and irrelevant. Despite the barbs, both artists have also expressed a begrudging respect for each other's contributions to music. Rotten has acknowledged Green Day's influence, while Armstrong has praised the Sex Pistols for paving the way for bands like his. Two sides of the punk coin. While the feud between Billie Joe Armstrong and Johnny Rotten may never be fully resolved, it highlights the diversity and complexity of punk rock. The Sex Pistols and Green Day represent two different eras of the genre, each with its own values and contributions. Together, they remind us that punk isn't about conformity. It's about challenging norms, sparking debates, and staying true to yourself. Conclusion: punk's enduring spirit. The feud between Billie Joe Armstrong and Johnny Rotten is more than just a war of words. It's a reflection of punk's enduring spirit. Whether you side with the raw rebellion of the Sex Pistols or the pop-punk anthems of Green Day, one thing is clear: punk rock is alive and well, thanks to the passion and creativity of artists like these. And that's the story of one of punk rock's most iconic feuds. If you enjoyed this dive into the drama between Billie Joe Armstrong and Johnny Rotten, don't forget to like, share, and let us know in the comments whose side you're on.